Breaking news, my country people. Sanwo-Olu has betrayed Muslims. MURIC blows hot. Guys, wahala dey o. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu had transmitted 39 names for screening and confirmation as commissioners and special advisers designated to the state's House of Assembly. Now, the Muslim rights concern, MURIC, an Islamic group, had stated that the list of the commissioners unveiled by Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State failed to pass inclusivity and integrity tests. Sanwo-Olu had transmitted 39 names for screening and confirmation as commissioners and special advisers designated to the state's House of Assembly. Now, according to a tweet on Friday by the governor's chief press secretary, Boyenga, 30% of the commissioners' nominees are women, while others are youths, technocrats, and politicians. Some members of the governor's cabinet during his first term in office made the list, while a number of others did not. However, the executive director of MURIC, Professor Isaac Akintola, in a statement on Saturday said that only 8 of the nominees were verifiable Muslims. He added that MURIC found it difficult to understand why a cabinet composition, could be weaponized by the Lagos state government against Muslims. Akintola, who explained that it is a betrayal of trust, said that the Lagos Muslims voted in mass for Sanwo-Olu, noting that MURIC in particular came out openly to support his second term and even persuaded fellow Muslims to drop their opposition for the governor. And now, according to the MURIC, he said, to their surprise, only 8 nominees of verifiable Muslims. And now they find it very difficult to understand why the cabinet's composition should be weaponized by the Lagos state government against the Muslims. And the ratio is 31.8, and which fails the inclusivity test. Now, it also fails the integrity test. What percentage is 8 out of 39? What is a rationale for coming out with this, atrocious ratio? This is exactly what we've been saying about political marginalization of Muslims in Southwest. It is a disease of the eye, not only of the nose. It needs no smelling because we all can see and read the list. It is all over the internet. And the Muslim groups all over the Southwest are expressing dissatisfaction with the development. And they have strongly denounced this deliberate and illegal attempt to deprive the Muslims of opportunities to partake in governance of their own environment. It is illegal because the Section 14(4) of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria stipulates that the composition of the government of the Federation, a state, a local government, council, or any of the agencies such government or council, and conduct of the affairs of the government or council of such agencies should be carried out in such a manner as to recognize the diversity of the people within its area of authority, and needs to promote a sense of belonging and loyalty among all the people of the Federation. Now, according to the MURIC, Sanwo-Olu's proposed cabinet is therefore illegal, is therefore illegitimate and unlawful and unconstitutional to the extent that it failed to be fair to the teaming and the Muslim population in the state. It remains so until he reviews it and makes the list inclusive, because the Lagos Muslims have been rubbished by this list. It is more like a dirty slap in their faces. The list is very disgusting, it is very repulsive, and therefore unacceptable. In fact, it is a betrayal of trust, because Lagos Muslims voted in masses for Sanwo-Olu, and MURIC in particular came out openly to support his second term And they all persuaded their fellow Muslims to drop their opposition for the governor. But imagine this. Look at the kind of list Sanwo-Olu brought out. Now they are sending a note of warning to all political parties in the state that 2027 will not be business as usual. So they should be very, very mindful. They shouldn't come to the MURIC for them to lobby votes for the politicians if your candidate is not a Muslim, because it is the turn of the Muslims in 2027, and we will vote massively for any party that picks a Muslim as its gubernatorial flag bearer. MURIC has no political tubala rusa. We are open to all parties. The welfare of the Nigerian Muslims is our major interest, and we will not hide it. Neither do we owe anyone an apology to it. My country people, this one a very serious matter. In fact, it is a warning to the Lagos State government and to the Lagos State politicians that 2027 will no longer be business as usual. So now that Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has finally succeeded going for his second term in office, now look at what he gave to the Muslims. Only 8 were verifiable Muslims out of the list of 39 commissioners. Only 8 were Muslims. So the MURIC have said that Sanwo-Olu's proposed cabinet is therefore illegitimate, illegal, unlawful, and unconstitutional to an extent that it failed, yes, to be fair to Muslim population in Lagos State. So he should review the list and try to make the list inclusive, because it seems that the Lagos State Muslims have been rubbished by this list, and it is a dirty slap to their face. They found the list disgusting and repulsive and therefore unacceptable. They won't accept this, and Sanwo-Olu should be very, very mindful. Not in 2027 they will come and meet them to lobby for for them for vote or something, but then they said they are going to cast their votes for a Muslim in 2027. So guys, what are your thoughts concerning this? You see, Nigeria has refused to grow because everything is based on sentiment, religious sentiment. Most times, it is not about tribe, it is not about religion, but competence and qualification matters a lot. So my country people, the better, or if we start dropping this religious sentiment, the better for us, because it has really affected our growth and our development in this country. So guys, I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comment section. Thank you. Bye for now.